What's up, people? We back with another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J1, J100, or Mr. So 100, because you know I do it the So 100 way. And today we got a special guest in the building, man. Probably my motherfucking cousin or something, man. Motherfucking G Jones in the building, man. The owner of Explicit Cuts and Styles and Explicit Taste, man. Tap in with him. G, what it do, my boy?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Hey, man. Hey, first and foremost, let me say it's an honor to have you in my presence, brother. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
For sure, man. People don't know, man. I've been knowing this brother, man. Shit, man. Probably about 15, 17.
I just turned 30.
Yeah.
That was the night after my birthday party.
Yeah, so you how old now?
I'm 42, man.
Okay, so we got that at least 12 of them motherfuckers. It feels longer than that, though. At least 12 of them, man. Met them through one of my childhood partners, man, and we've been locked in ever since. I started cutting after that, you know, even though I was cutting as a kid, a teenager, but I got in the shop after that, man, so he became my barber brother too, man. So this is what we gonna do, G. First thing I want to do, man, I want you to share with the people, man, your business, man, like where you located, how they can get up with you, you know what I'm saying, and all your social media platforms, shit like that, man. Show the people all those details so we get that business shit on out the way.
Okay, Explicit Cuts and Styles, XPLICIT.
Yeah.
Drop the E off of there, no E. We explicit with these hands, with these clippers, baby.
Yeah.
Got Explicit Taste of food truck. I'm out different warehouses, and we revamping everything. So I'm gonna be back out on the city around summertime.
Okay.
So, Facebook, Gerald Jones, Explicit Cuts on Facebook, and IG. You can catch me the Barber 26.
Barber 26.
Barber 26. Yeah.
All right. What's the address of the shop?
1380 Airways. Right there, corner Park and Airways.
Right there in the mound. Y'all know what it's at for sure. I'm sure you done.
Orange Mound, baby.
Going down Airways, you done roll past the motherfucker for damn show.
Red and blue building.
Yeah.
So
for sure, man. What else? Okay, you said you gave your IG, Facebook, and the food truck. So y'all not in operation.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
doing like different little warehouse and stuff.
Y'all pull up.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was out, but no, we revamping everything now.
Okay.
And bringing it back out.
Yeah.
The whole new everything.
All right. That's what's up. So what about business hours as far as the truck and the shop?
With the shop, we open 9 until 6, 7. Well, the last barber, he leave right 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Cause
it's 3 barbers, 2 beauticians. So, and it's with the food truck we working off of.
Y'all just kind of on call. Yeah,
on call.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Well, man, y'all stay tuned for that, man. What type of food? I want to know that because I ain't. What type of food when y'all do get back active? What y'all gonna
wings, fish, burgers, steaks. We got some of the best steaks ever, so y'all tap in. Loaded potatoes. We got some of everything.
Okay,
we revamping the menu as we speak right now too.
Dig that. That's what's up, man. Well, y'all heard it here, man. Make sure y'all tap in with my guy when they do get back out there with the food truck. And of course, you know, Explicit Cuts and Styles on Airways, man. Tap in with them. Okay, now we got that business out the way, G. Man, let you know, this is Beyond the Clientele.
Yeah.
So, you know, we get a little personal, man. So man, let's get into you, man. Where did you grow up at?
Well, I'm from Orange Mound, all around the mound, Coins, Mariana, Beverly, right there in front of Melrose.
Yeah.
So went to Melrose, went to Hanley, went to Melrose. So I'm an Orange Mound baby.
Orange Mound baby. All the way around.
Yes, sir.
Dig that. So siblings, you got any siblings?
Yeah, I got one sister. I'm the baby.
Okay,
She's
so just boy and girl.
Yeah.
So that's how y'all grew up in the crib.
Yep. Mom and daddy.
Yeah.
And sister and me.
Yeah. Yep. 2-parent household.
Yes, sir. Daddy was there every day.
Yeah.
On my ass every day.
That's what's up, man. I love that. What about yourself? You got kids?
Yeah, I got 8.
8 kids.
6 boys, 2 girls.
6 boys, 2 girls.
Yeah.
Dig that. What's the oldest? The oldest one.
The oldest 2 is 21.
The oldest 2, 21.
Yeah, they were born January 9th and January 10th.
Did that. I got
Same year,
my
same day.
January 9th.
Yeah. Same day. And my youngest is I got 2 little girls. They was born a couple days apart.
Okay.
So,
So you into making them twins, all twins.
They work out good on birthdays, you had one
right,
card.
one together.
Exactly. Exactly.
I got a couple like that. I got 2 that's 4 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one born October, one born February. And but see I got 2 Septembers, 2 Octobers.
See, you like me.
1 January, 1 February.
I got 2 Januaries. I got a November and another January.
Yeah.
Then I got a July. Then I got an August. And I got 2 Decembers.
And when your birthday?
October.
That's how I be. Look, my birthday in March. Mm-hmm. By the time I come around, they done tap me out, man.
Hey, my time, just give me a nice little ball and sit in the house and chill.
Yeah, just
Kids
enjoy life.
Down through that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Baby done got in your pockets, man. That's what's up, man. So that you can say 8 of them.
Yes, sir.
8 of them, man. You had your first one at what age? They 21.
I was 20. So you 22.
Okay, so yeah, you was
22.
You was
like once I started, I ain't stopped.
You got active.
Yes,
yeah. Well, that's good, man. I always commend brothers who made it out. Because I was a high school father, man. By the time I was 20, I had 4 of them. Mm. You know what I'm saying? So I had my first one at 16.
16, okay.
So now, I had 16, then I had nothing at 18. Then, like I say, by the time I was 20, I had them 2. The one in October, they were both on the way. So I ended up, that was the story of my life at the early age, making them babies and shit. But went to the military, then I had 1 more in there, and then I had my son once I got to Memphis and shit.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome to Memphis.
Yeah, welcome to Memphis. But it wasn't with a Memphis chick.
Oh, okay.
She was from Minnesota. She ended up taking my boy. That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
Right, that's a whole nother. But let's get back into you, brother. So growing up in the crib, you and your big sister, mm-hmm. How far apart are y'all in age?
She was she 81, and I was born in 82. So
y'all just here.
Well, you know what? She was born in 1980. Me and her it's a year and some months.
A year and a month. Okay.
Like that, yeah.
So y'all really wasn't even just real big, even though she big sister. Y'all right there together.
That's my dog.
Yeah, y'all right there together. So y'all partners in crime.
Exactly.
Usually after a few years, they'd be like that big sis. Y'all are really on the same level.
Yeah,
y'all went in high school together, all that.
Really, she went to White Station.
Okay.
She didn't want to go to Mill Road.
Okay.
I wanted to go to
you wanted to be right there where you was at. Yeah.
Exactly.
She wanted to branch out a little bit.
Exactly. Me and her had that when we were little coming up, we had that bond of, if I do something, don't tell it.
Yeah.
She do something. I know she be done it, but I'm be quiet about it. Yeah, she took whooping for me, I took whooping for her. Yeah, and now that, once we got older, we tell my mom, man, you remember such and such and such?
He did.
Yeah.
His ass
you got in trouble for it. One day she did something, me and her got whooped.
Yeah.
You know how they go.
Ain't nobody coming clean.
Nah.
Yeah,
we kept that secret out until we got grown.
Until y'all got grown.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a real bond right there, though. That's that real bond right there. That's what's up, man. Okay, well, look, man, I like to do this segment called Impact by Decade, right?
Okay.
So what that is you basically share an impactful moment that molded you into the man you are today, but I want you to do it by decade, right? Okay. So young G, 1 to 10, that first decade of life, 10 to 20, okay. 20 to 30, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it can be multiple things. Just, just share some impactful times in your life with some things that may have happened or just a learning curve in your life, anything like that, you know what I'm saying? And just, just share with the people some of those impactful moments, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, well,
So we're going to start 1 to 10.
1 to 10, just little G running around, having fun, bad, kid.
Yeah.
doing stuff I normally get in trouble for, but hey, I worry about that when when that whooping come. Yeah. And
no real life changing moments.
No, not really. 1 to 10, hey.
You were just a kid.
Just
being
able to
be a kid. Yeah,
exactly.
That's beautiful, man. Because I dealt with tragedy. I dealt with tragedy at young age, like at an age like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be asking people, because some people done been through that. You know what I'm saying? But you was able to just be a little kid, 1 to 10. Yeah. So you just learning the rules of the game as you go.
Exactly. Daddy, my son do this, son do that. He put it in my head. I'm watching Daddy. Daddy was everything, you know. Yeah. I'm watching him.
Your hero.
Yeah, exactly.
That's supposed to be. Yeah.
Exactly. That was Superman.
Yeah.
So you know how that go.
Yeah. And so on into that 10 to 20, I know you had milestones after milestones in that one. Yeah. Because you go through a lot in that window. You know, you coming out of, you becoming a teenager, you going in high school, graduate high school. So you got a lot of things that go on, but share some impactful during that time that really stand out and stuck with you and hold you to the man you are today, though.
Well, up until, let me see, 18, I turned 18 in high school. I was in my right grade. Birthday came late.
Yeah.
Want to be a hothead. Yeah. I get caught with a gun at school. Yeah, we was at a football game.
Okay.
Melrose
so
football
on school
game.
grounds, but not during school.
So I'm 18, first time going to jail.
Yeah.
I stayed in there like 2 days. I got out, and they somewhat kicked me out of school. I had to go to an alternative school. Okay. And they let me come back. And yeah, they let me come back in March, April. I did the prom and everything that the seniors do. I was able to participate in all that. Yeah. So that was kind of a good thing. But when I said impacted, it made me a felon.
Right, at 18.
Yeah, so that kind of, when we get older, it kind of put a damp on a lot of stuff, like I'm young, I'm trying to get a job here. Yeah. And jobs weren't really high enough, felon. Then I was young, so
they like, oh, you with the shit. They you this young already. You must be with the shit. Exactly. So they didn't want to take no chance.
Exactly. So that was basically the start of G.
That was the start.
Right? Yeah. The good and the bad.
Straight up. So tell me this: how did your what was your pop's reaction to it when it happened with you?
Man.
Or was he more like, sometimes daddy gonna say shit, like go on bump your head? Or was he the type like...
See, my dad was the type of person, he wasn't gonna sugarcoat shit. Yeah. As he would say, they gonna sweet talk you and take you down through there. I'm gonna tell you like it is. Yeah. So when he pulled up, they had to come get me from 201. They came and got me. I got in the car, he just, son, what you doing? Is this how you want to get started? Right. So I'm sitting in the back seat, I'm just looking. He said, don't say nothing. I'm finna do all the talking. Him and my mama. Yeah. They was on me. My mama, boy, my dad, he
cut you that.
Yeah, but
because they know they done taught you better, but they understand where you at.
Exactly. And me being me, I'm like, I got stripes in the hood, man. Yeah. Because everybody was out there. Yeah. And it was just it was a crazy situation, but like I said, it was life altering.
Yeah. And you didn't realize at that moment that it was going to alter your life that much.
Exactly. He told me, he said, it's easy to get in trouble and hard as hell to get out. And I learned that too. Yeah, that was probably one of the realest things he could have told you at that moment too. Because 18, you really be thinking you got some shit figured out. But it don't know
so
nothing.
Far. Yeah, you be so far from reality. Like, no, nigga. No.
Exactly.
For real.
And in your mind, oh, this ain't nothing.
Yeah, you think it ain't nothing, but it's really major. Yeah.
Shit. That shit come back to haunt you.
Yeah.
Over the years and just living life.
Yeah.
So
real shit. I caught my first charge at 17, man, shooting at the police.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. Same shit like you said, like thinking, I mean, just God bless, I ain't hit it. You know what I'm saying? But bust that on some, you know, they did my in-law wrong. My wife, my girl at the time, her cousin, and this nigga ran tight. You know, we did our thing together. You know what I'm saying? I told you, I was living like a grown man, so we did our thing together. Hustled, man. We go get the pack together. We put our money together. We gonna get on the ass together. You know what I'm saying? We were that type. So one particular night in the projects, man, police we in our projects in Elmwood, Illinois, they had these you know, you can ride through the projects. They had these barriers where they'll close the gate. So you can't ride through there through the night. They might close them like 7 o'clock. So we trapping though. We in the guts of the projects trapping. So what the police would do would park on the edge, creep up on us on foot from different directions. They'll come into the guts of the projects while we doing our thing. They'll come from our angle. Everybody break out running and shit. Yeah. So everybody break out running. They end up catching my cousin, man, Courtney. So when they catch him, they did him bad. Right outside the projects at this gas station. Did him bad, drug and all that type of shit. So the whole hood turned up now. So me, you know, like I said, I'm out here. I got this motherfucking 38 on me. And just like I am to this day, man, if I say it, I'll stand on that.
Yeah. It was a stand on business.
I stood on the business. So I said, you know, I'm like, they would start looping. They were just looping the project. After they done did him bad and took him, you know, we still a big mob of people out in the projects still, but, you know, we just salty now. So they looping, riding around slow, like, you know, I'm taking it like they picking at us. And I say some shit like, they ride through the motherfucker again, I'm busting it.
They come through.
Everybody out here.
Yeah.
Everybody heard me say it. Shit, the motherfucker loop back through. Man, I'm trying to remember this shit like yesterday. It's like they come from this way. And they got to bust a left. They, you know, how the projects be a box. They coming up the side right here. They bust that left. When they come up here, I know they finna go left. I tell niggas on the sidewalk, make a hole, make a hole. As soon as they get in that opening, dump 3 of them. Man, talking about adrenaline pumping. Run, go stash the motherfucker, man. I run up out of the mother. I lived in the 800 road. Okay. That's the road I'm shooting at them at too. It's 800 block. 8 blocks in the project. 800 road is the last block. I'm at 811. When they come up through that motherfucker, the first building, this building, and then the next building, my building, I bust up through that motherfucker, man, and go stash it in our little stash spot in my nigga, my cousin girl crib. I run up out the projects, run around, run in my crib. Tell my baby mama, hey, I've been here all night. Took my clothes off, lay down. Man, as I go to the back door, look out there, man, they coming through that hotel. Next night, I hear, get on the ground, get on the ground. Look, I'm yelling out back in the day, you know, I need you to be like 5-0. I'm yelling out my door out at 5-0 because they creeping. But I'm letting my people know 5-0, 5-0, you know what I'm saying? Next night, I hear, get on the ground, get on the ground. They laid everybody down. They end up taking like 6 niggas to jail. 2 niggas told on me. 2 niggas. Yeah, and it was, you know, in hindsight, as a man, like you say, you don't think about it then. You know, the solid niggas stood strong because they knew they couldn't, you know, they couldn't do nothing to them.
Yeah.
They like, nigga, how y'all gonna lock 6, 7 niggas up for 3 shots out of 1 gun? So they already knowing the game. They real dudes, but then it's one dude, he a young nigga, he done been to juvenile back and forth. And then the other nigga, he an older dude, he used to call my stepfather twin. I called him uncle and shit. He's like an uncle to me. He told on ass too. He was one of the niggas I told make a hole. Lee Willie, Preston, make a hole. Them niggas duck off because they already know what I said I'm gonna do. So he told on me too. And it was crazy. I ended up laying low for about a week. You know, I'm in the crib, I ain't coming out. I'm stepping out, you know, I got a little hustle going on. I'm gonna step out, do my thing. But one nigga got out of jail who was locked up during that time. When he got out, he let me know, man, they asking about you down there. I think some niggas done told. I get clever, man, call the people. Man, I heard y'all looking for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm this clever, like they don't know nothing. But niggas have told on me. They made me come down to the station. I go down there. Man, what y'all talking about? Woo woo. And the officer I ended up shooting at, man, they had me in interrogation for about 3 hours. And said, the officer I shot at coming out. Officer McKenna. Me and my brother just talked about this shit about a month ago, man. He coming that motherfucker. So, all right, now, Mr. John, I'm going to tell you my story. You tell me yours. That nigga told me everything, word for word. Everything that happened. Turn around, I said, that's what happened, but I shot in the air. That saved me pretty much. Fast forward through going to court and shit. They had me charged for aggravated discharge on a city official. Mm-hmm. I was facing 6 to 30. Ooh. Ugly John. So they ended up switching it from that to reckless discharge on government property. And just for me saying I shot in the air, they couldn't find, they couldn't prove I shot it directly at them. I ended up getting probation, man. I walked that probation down, jumped straight in the army. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was ugly now.
Ugly, man. I'm talking about in 17.
Open your eyes up, though.
Open me up, man, because I knew, I like you said earlier, though, you know how you get to my stripes in the hood. I really had pictured myself like I knew I was penitentiary bound, just from my surroundings, my family. I you know what I'm saying? I really felt like I'm destined to go. Yeah. But when that happened to me and I realized how close I was like, hell no. And if I wouldn't have went to the army, I would have went to the Fed.
Because was a better choice.
Yeah, the army really saved me. If I would have stayed, I would have been still dealing with my guys, and all the niggas went to the Feds in '99. That was '97. When I went to the army, I did that at 17. That was in '95 when it happened. And so shit, I walked that probation down, man, and got my ass up out there. Yeah. So I said I just wanted to share my peace of mind with you. What was your move after that happened? What did you do? Did you change? Did you turn up? What happened? What was your transition from that? Because I turned up a little bit because I now motherfucker know I'm gonna bust that thing. Yeah. You know that. Motherfucker know it.
But to be honest about me, man, I think I really didn't even.
You didn't look at it. You didn't even.
No, I took
that like, well, yeah. What you did up with probation?
They ended up giving me I did 2 years of paper with the. I'm telling you something ironic with that. I did end up getting 2 years of paper with the state. They sent my case upstairs with the state. The next morning, I'm in the house sleep, and I get woke up. And my dad was like, "Hey, son, wake up." I'm like, "What's going on?" I raised up and looked. The feds, U.S. Marshals came. You remember?
So they done turned it over to the feds.
The feds ended up picking it up because it was on school ground. Do you remember Columbine? Yeah, the Columbine shooting. Yeah. Everything after that was considered felon. Yeah. So they came and picked me up, and as I'm walking out the house, I'm looking like, okay, what these ain't no police cars. Yeah, it still ain't registered in my mind. All these folk got on black and yellow. U.S. Mars on their shirt, chains around their neck. And I walk out the door, I'm looking, I'm like, what's going on? So they put me in back then they used to ride, was it Corsica? The Durango went out back then. They went out, yeah, okay. Impalas and stuff, but it wasn't like I said, no Memphis police on the side of these cars. So they took me around the corner and put me in another car. But it was still, and I'm in my mind, I'm like, what's going on? I got handcuffs on. I'm looking like, oh, Lord, what's going on? Yeah. So we ride down Front Street on the way. And I'm like, okay, doors go up on this garage. I'm like, what the I'm so used to 201.
Yeah, you like, take me to
Clifford R. Davis Federal Building.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, Lord. But they ended up giving me like a year and a half papers.
So you was on Fed papers and state papers
at the same time. Yeah.
And they ran it all together.
Yeah, and I used to have to go to 201 with the with the state papers, and then certain days I had to go do the money climber. I never forget the lady name, money climber. She was a cool lady.
Yeah.
But I did that with that, and like I said, after that, it's like, I don't know, things. It didn't open my eyes up. Not really. No.
It didn't shake you up to where you were like, hell no.
Nah, it didn't.
You still with shit.
I still was.
You just was a little more careful, like I ain't trying to get caught, but I was still with it.
Let me see, I ended up knocking all that down. That was over with in like I said, 18. So the stuff lasts almost back and forth to court.
Yeah, that's a year.
So ended up like to 21.
Yeah.
21, 22 is when I finally finished almost everything. Yeah. So, and then back then it was just clubbing.
Right.
D&D was open, had to be D. Yeah. All the clubs on the town. It just.
So it didn't really affect you at that time.
Not really.
I think a lot of times, and you correct me if I'm wrong, because I know it was for me. My main thing, I ain't want to go to the penitentiary.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I'll take any papers. They could have gave me 10 years. I probably would have said, okay, not knowing I could have went and walked this shit down. But I'm saying, like, at that time, when you go to jail, you get up out, you bond out, start going to court. The only thing I'm thinking is just, I just want to be out here free.
Exactly.
I was still bullshit. I still do. I wouldn't shoot at the police again, but I was still, you know what I'm saying, active in the streets and shit. So with you still just basically on the same thing.
Yeah, I still, like I said, still.
As long as y'all ain't locked me up, y'all fucked up and put me back outside.
They gave me another chance to be a damn fool. Right. But like I said, I was just the normal.
Yeah, you was a normal orange bound kid.
Just having fun. Everything was fun.
Everything was normal. Yeah, you wasn't doing nothing nobody wasn't doing. You know what I'm saying?
We wasn't doing back then, we was doing our little street stuff or whatever, but that stuff like that, it came and went.
Yeah.
You got to want everybody want to be in the street, but if we had to do something, it was to do it and move. Yeah. But I wasn't really just all that. I did what I did here and there. But, hey, I'm trying to get some real money. I'm trying to do something. So, how that go.
Damn right. Awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell me this then. Once you come up off the papers, and what was your first encounter where you knew that had fuck you up? What was the first,
trying to get jobs and stuff.
Okay.
I had different little jobs, working through the little tip service.
They'll give you something.
Yeah, but
you couldn't land no good one.
Exactly. Because you'll go sit up there and fill out the loan application only to get denied.
Yes, they ain't gonna do too much.
They weren't gonna tell you, we deny you because of felon. They just we don't need you. But I already knew what it was.
Already knew, that. Okay, so
I actually started cutting hair. That's when the time frame, all that was coming around, like in 04. 04.
So you went on the barber school?
Yeah, went on the barber school.
Were you on papers at the time?
No, everything was over.
Okay, so you realized now you had to find your way.
Yeah.
You had to make a way, basically.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because, of course, we're going to hustle, but you already know hustling ain't going to last.
Nah. When I was in high school, I actually took barber.
Okay.
I took barber in my 12th grade year, and I wasn't really too serious about it. I had my great-granddad had a barber shop, Victory Barber Shop, right there on Pendleton and Paul.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was a little boy. Well, actually, I don't think I was a little boy then. I don't even remember. But, my mom my dad and cousin, everybody, they told me about it. Whatever.
So you was the next generation to start that up.
Yeah. My daddy cut a little bit, but I was
Just from knowing how?
He
was actually in the shop.
Yeah, he actually showed me a few little pointers as coming up. And a partner of mine, Rico. Shouts out Rico, that's my brother.
Yeah.
Shouts out Rico, man. I used to sit up there. I was younger, watching Rico. I'm like, man, I might get the money. I need to, you know what I'm saying? I need to watch and pay attention.
Yeah.
And he put me up on game, told me what school to go to, and I did that. And hey,
and the rest is history.
Yep.
Dig that. That's what's up, man. So, boom, moving on into your 20s then. We're going to tap into them 20s. Now, you say you had your first 2 kids at 22.
Yep. Yeah.
Was that something that made you change, or was that something that just made you want to step it up a little?
It made me want to step it up a little, but I kind of, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I got kids now, so I got to kind of move strategically.
Because you got a good daddy. You got your daddy, so you know what it is and what it means to be a good father.
Exactly. So I had to move strategically, and then, like I said, you want to live comfortable.
Yeah.
Enjoy life, so like, and be there for the boy. You got to raise these boys.
Yeah, for real.
Yep.
So and you said that was your first 2, and how soon did you have your other one? They 21.
05, they 19. My other 2.
About 2
19,
years later.
yeah.
Okay,
about
so about 2 years later.
Yeah.
So now you get the first 2 boys, you buckle down, and you like, all right, let me handle my business. Now you going to bar, you done went to barber school.
Yeah, I'm going through school and stuff now. So now I'm trying to. I actually started cutting in a shopping center, Lamar Airways shopping center.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I started cutting over there. I ain't had no life, but I was going to school though.
Yeah.
And man, like I said, shouts out to Rico. Rico stuck his neck out there for me.
Yeah.
So he could get me in there, and hey, I was cutting, watching the one to make sure.
They just stay bored. You gotta run to the back.
Exactly. Leave the whole station, leave right. Customer and train and everything. Fortunately, I ain't had to go through none of that.
Yeah.
So. But he stuck his neck out on the line for
basically me. Saying, I got him, my vouch for him.
Yeah, he good. He gonna do what he gotta do. He gonna go and finish school up.
Yeah.
Hey, went through school and got out of school and got in there.
Yeah. Got right to it.
Yeah, went straight in there. I was in there all up until 2010.
Okay.
That's when I moved around the corner to Airways Barber Shop.
Okay.
Stayed in there till 2019. That's the day I became a boss.
Get your own shit.
Yeah.
Dig that. That's what's up, man. That's a dope story, right? For a nigga just to make that adjustment and then end up being a shop owner.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's dope as hell. Did you get in any more trouble with the law?
Between 20 and 30? Nah, let me see. Stuff here and there.
Just small. Nothing major. Nothing major. That's what I should have said.
I had another incident, but we don't speak on that incident. Okay. But everything came out not guilty.
Okay.
And that was left where it was at.
Dig that. Okay. Well, shit. Shout out to not guilty, man. Whatever it is, we ain't getting on. I know we spoke on something that happened to you, bro. When I want to say you got shot.
Yeah, I got shot in 08.
So that's still in your 20s too, right?
Yeah. That was in at a club in North Memphis.
Okay.
And we ain't gonna get too much into detail, but get outside and.
So my only detail I would like to know is, was it intended for you?
Yeah, he was shooting back up there.
Okay.
Where I was at. And the vicinity to where I was at, so.
Dig that. Okay. Like you said, man, we ain't got to get into it. I just was curious. I ain't know if it was an accidental shooting or we shooting.
Yeah, got shot in the back. I stayed in the hospital about a week.
Shot in the back?
Yeah, shot in the back. I still, to this day, I still have numbness in my leg, stuff like that. Different. Like, I could be sitting somewhere for so long and, just feel pain and stuff.
Yeah.
Got shot with a, 40 caliber hollow tip.
Yeah.
Police gun. So.
It hit you, or did it hit your spine?
Nah, it burnt the nerve endings.
Okay.
That's why I had that.
That's why it's on that side.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all on your left side.
Exactly.
The bullet, they get the bullet up out.
It was hollow tip, so when it hit, they sprayed it.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of them pieces, the frames out of me. Yeah. But some of them eventually, they left some of them in there.
Yeah, because they were too dangerous.
Exactly, to mess with. Exactly.
Yeah, I done heard that a few times.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dig that, man. Well, shit, I'm glad you made it up out of that one, my boy.
Yeah, that, like I said, that right there kind of, it opened my eyes on a lot of stuff, like pay attention to your surroundings and watch this and that.
Quick question about that. When you got shot, and this is just a personal question I'm curious to know, did you think that you were about to die?
Actually, not, to be honest, no, because
how it hit you.
Yeah, I was.
You ain't going. You ain't going.
Not really. Not really.
Just probably lost.
I kept on. They was outside. Everybody was surrounding me. Like, wake up, wake up. My partner Rico, he done stuck his hand in the wound to pick the girl. Like, he got to apply pressure. He done stuck his hand in there to try to keep it from bleeding. Yeah. So, to be honest, like I said, I never really lost consciousness. I was just out there like, man, it's hot. That's a burning that you never, it's burning inside like you couldn't get to it. So, that right there, that's a hot feeling.
So, but you didn't feel like you were about, you felt like it hurt, but you felt like
I knew I was gonna be, I knew I was gonna be straight. But once I woke up the next morning, I guess it was the next morning, from them doing the surgery, I couldn't really just walk.
Right.
I could take some steps. I had to sit down, but the physical therapy people came in there and helped. Like I said, I was in there like a week, but when I left out there, I was left out there kind of slumped over, walking kind of slumped over, but I eventually, I got to get back to it. Like I said, I was already in the shop then. Yeah. So, I got to get back to it.
Damn right. Damn, man. Yeah, I always be curious, man, whenever I know a few people that done been here, so like conversations I've had, I had a couple people be like, man, I thought I was out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I would be like, I think I died. I think I really died and they resuscitated me type shit. But I was just curious to know if you felt like you were about to go. Because I know those, I can imagine, I'm going to say that, them moments when you think you about to leave here, that process them thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
At first, like I said, I kept on wanting to close my eyes. Yeah. Because that heat, hot. Yeah. I kept on they were pushing me, wake up. They
don't let you go to sleep.
Don't go to sleep, wake up.
Yeah, because you need your alert.
Yeah. They kept me up and, man, ambulance got
that's what I'm finna say. The ambulance took me.
Ambulance took me.
Yeah,
ambulance got there, took me, and man, I remember laying on the bed as they was walking me back there, and my mom and my sister was right there, and my dad.
Yeah.
So, like I said, they was right there.
That moment, you like, dang. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a tough one right there, boy. For real. And your boys they were little at the time. Yeah,
and they wanted. We really didn't tell them nothing. They never told them about. They was little babies. They was maybe
toddlers type shit.
Yeah, they was 04 to 08. They was like 4. Yeah, I didn't want them to come up there.
Yeah, don't see me like that.
Not see me like that. No.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
It'll be back in a couple days. I'll be all right.
Damn right. So, dig that. That's what's up, man. Now, and I know, like you said, we ain't trying to get into details. I just was the acquittal or not guilty situation tied to that?
No.
Oh, that was a whole nother situation.
Whole nother situation. It was some he say, she say, and some more stuff transpired, and ended up. I went to jail. Yeah. You know, out on bond and lawyer, fight the case. And found not guilty. They take the trial. My lawyer was like, take the trial. We beat this to the trial and beat. Yeah. The rest is history. I'm saying.
Say less. See, that's it. That's what I'm talking about.
That charge, the crazy thing about it, the time that was coming along with that charge was gonna be some years.
Right. Okay. Yeah. We going into the 30s.
Yeah, 30.
Into the 30s, man. Like I said, that was probably, you said that's when I met you, right after your 30th birthday.
Yep.
So that's when we linked up and been cool there since. Man, even though we might not see each other all, but every time we
see each other,
paths,
we right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Same with Rico, because I met y'all at the same time.
Yep.
And shit, most of the time when I see y'all gonna be together.
Watching
what game
the Cowboys in Chicago.
So the fuck was
Cowboys in Chicago.
Yep. Fuck with them birds. Sorry ass. That's still my team.
Them Cowboys, sorry. It's still my team.
Damn right. Damn right. That now, correct me if I'm wrong, was that off of Cottonwood?
Yeah, off Breeze Dine.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was on point still.
That was that house right there.
Yeah, you get active over there.
That house made me a man. I had a lot of spots before then, but that house right there, boy, that house made me a man.
Dig that. Yeah,
man. Real man.
For real, yeah. I remember that shit like yesterday too, man. I remember that. Yep, fuck with my boy Ted.
Yep.
Yeah. So we going into them 30s. So of course that house got to be part of that. One of them impactful times.
From starting at 30 all the way till.
You were there for a minute.
Yeah, I stayed there 8 years.
Okay.
And that house right there, boy, I had every year my birthday. Yeah. October 20, every year I was throwing some incredible party. Yeah. Either at that, I had a strip pole in the living room.
Yeah.
When you come in, you got to walk past that strip pole.
Yeah.
And, just counting on some of the fun times. Yeah. And that house. That's all I say. That house. Yeah, buddy.
Real. That. So shit, sure sometimes in that 30s, man, I know the house was one of them. An impactful moment. I know, I think, I'm sure that's probably when you partner.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. My dad, he passed in 20, the girl born 27. He passed in May in 2017. Yeah. And that right there, man, it took a lot out of me, but I never really just showed it. Yeah. Until the night before the funeral. Man, I just went in the bathroom and I was just sitting on the side of the tub and just broke down. Yeah. Broke down because this was like I said, that was my Superman coming up. You know what I'm saying? He was there. He was always telling me this, telling me that, if I needed advice on certain stuff, I could pull up and call him, or I pull up and talk to him. And then, I'm moving and grooving. He was calling me, son, pull up and come watch the game with me or something, cause, man, eventually, you gonna walk in this house and I ain't gonna be sitting right there. He had a recliner right there by the door. He was sitting in there recliner watching TV all day long. He said, he gonna pull up and I ain't gonna be here. Yeah. I'm out there, man, he ain't going nowhere. You straight. And he was all, like I said, he was always, he'd start going out with me. Mm-hmm. We'd get out, or we were just doing, father stuff, kicking. All of us, we go out to little clubs, just enjoying ourselves. Yeah. And we used to have RGT, Wet Wednesday. Me, Rico, and Tatum, my other partner, Tatum. Yeah. And did that like almost 5 years. And he was there. Yeah, he was always there. And it's just like, when that happened, it really didn't even hit me yet. Yeah. We done did the funeral, and after the funeral, we did the horse and carriage, rode back through the neighborhood everywhere. Cause like I said, he was on my Vic. If you knew, everybody they called himself Big Daddy. Everybody knew Big Daddy. Everybody knew him. And after the couple of weeks later, man, I was going through something. I said, I know what I'm gonna call him. He gonna tell me what my feeling. I'm finna pull up over there. And I pulled up and opened up that door to my mama's house. And he remembered, he said, one day I ain't gonna be here. And I looked at that chair. That time right there, buddy. That time right there hit me right there.
Damn, that's a tough one, bro.
He wasn't there.
Man, for real. What happened? What was going on?
He had been sick, and it was somewhat like, walking pneumonia.
Okay.
And he actually had went to the doctor, and they supposedly had treated him for it, but matter of fact, I went and picked him up
from the doctor.
Yeah, then like he was his breathing, that he was on oxygen and stuff too at one point. But he was fighting it. I don't need that.
Yeah, he ain't want.
He'll take that couple off that oxygen
straight.
And he was, like I said, he was still out kicking it and
hard body.
Yeah, he'd be sick, but he was still he gonna come up there to that shop. Like I said, I was over there across the street.
On the other side.
Yeah, and he gonna come up there and he gonna kick it with, he gonna go over there where I was at, go across the street and kick it. And that's how he was.
Yeah, he just wanted to go and live his life.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna let him get him down.
Get him down, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dig that, man. Yeah, I remember when he passed, I didn't know what had happened to him, what it was. I knew it was a health issue, but I didn't know what it was, man.
Then right after that happened. Then in 2017, my grandma passed. His mom. She passed, and that was kind of cause grandma. I was around, when I was young. I stayed with grandmama when I 18, 19.
Yeah,
I stayed with grandma.
First dipped out the crib.
Yeah, grandma. I stayed with grandma.
Yeah.
And she was like a mama.
Yeah.
I had a mama and I had a grandmama, but a mama still,
Yeah, she still like mama. Yeah.
Good lady.
Dig that, man. So tell me this: you got your daddy, you got uncles and aunts on his side.
Yeah, well, actually, my daddy was the only child. I had
on his daddy's side, he probably.
Okay. On his daddy's side. Well, not on his daddy's side. He was on the child on both.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I had great uncles.
Okay.
That was in the picture.
Grandma's brothers.
Yeah, my grandmama's brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Then my mama, her brothers. It was 12 of them.
Oh, shit.
It's 12 of them, so they uncles. They
deep.
Yes, sir.
Dig that.
On my mama's side, we got a big family.
Big family. What's their family name?
Them Herons.
Herons
and Bartons.
Okay.
Yep.
And your daddy was Jones.
Jones, yeah.
So I got a question, man. What was your daddy's roots from?
To be honest, his dad, I met him like maybe 2 or 3 times.
That's the one who had the barbershop.
No, that was his granddad. That was my grandmama's.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my grandmama's dad.
Okay.
So like my dad's dad, I think I met him maybe 2 or 3 times.
For real.
Yeah,
and he the Jones, right?
Yeah.
He the Jones. Okay.
Yeah. The crazy thing, back then I really didn't care, but now that I got older, I want to know like
the roots.
Yeah, like who who are the Joneses?
Yeah.
I think my mom said they come from some part of Mississippi. I think
that's my roots.
Yeah, see, we probably could.
Yeah, that's what I said. That we jumped off because
they said
that lineage. The tree. Because see, my roots is from like Gunnison and Rosedale, Cleveland, like around that area. That's where my grandpa was born there. And then they moved to Illinois. And my grandma from Missouri.
Okay.
And so they got together in Illinois, and then you know how they back in the day they didn't stay in touch. So I got a lot. One of my cousins literally lived around the corner from me, and we just found out probably 2 years ago. Yeah, and I didn't know them, but they have a festival in Mississippi every year in October. They call it the Jones Fest, right?
Okay.
And this is all my people. And crazy story about that. I started fucking with a bro, right? That was from down there in Mississippi. Man of here started just kicking it with her. We just had a little fling we had going. End up, her little sister ended up being my cousin.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy shit like that. Like her little sister is a Jones. And just from questioning and talk, that ended up being my motherfucking cousin.
That's how you got. That's why we gotta let our kids.
Yeah, they gotta know that.
Who is who and what, this your cousin, that's your cousin, that's your different, stuff like that.
I literally got some Jones, and see, my family is them the Jones and Walls.
Okay.
Is their family is on my grandpa's side. So I met some of my Walls family here. They more older, my mom them age, but of course they kids, they offspring my age.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? So anytime I run across the Jones in the city, I always ask.
We probably.
I'm telling you, bro, for real. And this is just like I said, from Mississippi. And don't get me wrong, Jones is a big name.
It's a common
name. But when you tighten that shit up, man, a lot of times, man, that shit come around full circle.
I'm going to find out exactly what part of Mississippi.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, it's a little town as you going down there. You see the sign, if you on your way to up 61 going to Cleveland. And my grandpa had Alzheimer's. He stayed with me for a minute. He stayed in Alligator, Mississippi. And it's a sign. If you ride down 61 going to Cleveland, you'll pass that motherfucker if you ain't paying attention, but it's a alligator to the left.
That's for him.
That's my grandpa. Okay. And so I used to sit and talk to him when he had Alzheimer's. If I bring up alligator, his memory, he'll talk about stuff that went on there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's cool. How the white folk, he talk about him and his brother walking and to school, and the white kids come by on the bus throwing rocks at him, all kind of crazy shit when he was a little boy. So, but though that would flash his memory and shit. So it really meant a lot to him. But once he got to Illinois, just being a hard worker, man, he just made his way.
Mm-hmm. You
know what I'm saying? Him and his other brothers, my other uncles, all my family pretty much in Illinois. Okay. Southern and Chicago, all the way to Southern Illinois. They all over that motherfucker. But real talk, man, we had to check their background.
We'll have to.
For real, man. I do this. I had the conversation with one motherfucker. Like I told you about the female, her sister ended up being my cousin. Had another conversation with a Jones one time. Found out we was some kids. They from Memphis, roots from Mississippi. So shit, we gotta dig a little bit, man. Check that out.
What is it? It's called, I can't think of the name of it, but it's a way that you can type in. I can't think of the name of it. It's
a few of them, but I know what you're talking about. Like shit.
I can't think of the name. My cousin knows exactly what it is because she just showed us, like on my dad's side, like with his mom and my great granddaddy. Pains and the roads, and she typed in on whatever the app is. She typed in on the app, and it popped up some people that I know. And I knew one of them. So
and we done had, like, even in Illinois, we had family reunions and shit before, and it might say Johnson Jones Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Find out, motherfucker, we been going to school with. We some kids. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They just had different names, but they all tied. It be by like I said, my grandfather, his daddy was a Jones, his mama was a Walls.
Mm-hmm.
They get married, everybody named Jones.
Exactly.
So the Walls kind of get pushed out. You know what I'm saying? But come to find out, man, they don't steal your family. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I know exactly what you're talking about too. My cousin done did this shit too and ran our shit all the way back, man.
It go all the way back a long way.
It take it all the way back to like slave days if you really dig. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If it's a paper trail, because a lot of times, black folks didn't get a birth certificate. They didn't give a fuck about them being born. So even, you might had a wrong birthday. Like your mama know you was born this day, But by the time they process your birthday, they'll just put the date that it's coming out.
The date that it is,
yeah. All the time. You were born on the 13th, but they didn't process your shit till the 29th. That's your birthday on your paperwork.
Another birthday.
Yeah. And my grandpa literally was like that. You know what I'm saying? He knew when his birthday was, but he had a different one on his birth certificate. So, but we'll definitely have to dig in on that, man. It'll be something to look into, man, and find out, man. It might be blood. For real.
Exactly.
For real, man. So, after losing your pops, man, rest in peace to him, man, and then losing your grandmother, rest in peace to her. How did that
It played a part on me, but as you
gotta keep pushing. Yeah, because like they say, life keep life.
Life keep going. Life exactly.
Yeah,
life keep
on life, and then I think we as black men, grief is a funny thing. I actually just had a talk with one of my partners. His pops just passed, and I said something to him about be sure to grieve how you need to or whatever. And he was saying he can't grieve, and I was saying, bro, what you saying don't make sense because you think grieving is going balling up crying. Grief is a process. Mm-hmm. Just from losing somebody, however you process it, it's still grieving. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I was trying to explain that to him, but he lost his mom prior to losing his father. So he was like, bro, when you lose mama, don't nothing else matter. I understand that, but you still lost your father. So whether you process it by saying, man, I'm good because I lost mama first. It's still a process of grieving is a process. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of like was taking it like, man, I can't be sad. I can't be down. I'm like, you don't have to be. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Grieving is something that, some people just, like you said, just keep living. You still processing that grief. Your way of processing is keep on living.
Certain days, days it'll hit you.
Yeah.
And then other days,
you all right.
Yeah, then some days, like you say, you have to just, one morning I had an episode, I thought about him and I had a dream about him.
Yeah.
And I ain't never really told nobody. I got up, man, and called myself getting ready to go to the shop, man. I just sat on the side of the bed and just, man, let it out. And I ain't just really want to be bothered that day.
Yeah.
But you have them days, but you just got to know how to cope with it and, man, keep on going.
Real shit, man. I've been dealing with death since I lost my two sisters. I lost two little sisters, 8 and 5, when I was 13, in a house fire. That was my first experience with death. You know what I'm saying? So, and crazy thing, coming out of the crib, I'm the only one coming out without a scratch. Even my other baby sister, she was 8 months. She split, her head was split open. But I was the only one that came out of the house without a scratch. You know what I'm saying? But I lost my two little sisters at 13. So then, boom, my baby mama, I lost my first wife to cancer at 23. You know what I'm saying? That's what brought me to Memphis. I was in the Army. Me and her both was in the Army, man. My wife was 26. She got cancer called T-cell lymphoma. And she passed away, man, in 2000. November 1st, 2000. I got out of the Army in 01 and moved to Memphis. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So those are the closest, besides cousins. I had a cousin murdered by the police in Illinois. I lost my grandfather in 13, who was like the first man in my life, you know what I'm saying? So I had experienced death on different levels. I lost another baby mama in a house fire. Another one of my daughter's mom, who I had custody of already. When I got the Army, me and my wife, we had 3 daughters. My other baby mama let my other daughter come be with me too, because I was a stable parent. I'm in Memphis. I get that daughter. A year to the date that I buried my wife, I get a call that she died in the house fire. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I had to take my kids through the grieving process, and they little. When I came to Memphis, I'm talking about they 7, 5, 3, and 1. I came to Memphis at 23, turned 24 with 4 daughters. That's why I be kind of hard when it comes up for somebody young nigga can't get together. Yeah, you can.
Shit, it's all about in your mind.
You gotta make your mind up to get that.
That's what you want to do.
For real. Cause I had it. I had a tough situation I was faced with, but my main goal in my head was, man, I gotta raise my kids. You know what I'm saying? I stuck it out and I did that, man. And even now, man, I'm just being proud to say, like, I got 6 grown daughters, bro. Grown, 25 the youngest, 31 the oldest. I got 1 grandbaby. And that just right there says a lot about their upbringing, because, you know, man, girls in their 20s right now, ooh, man, 1 grandbaby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got 2 college grads. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got some good military vet. You know what I'm saying?
My son, I'm a granddad. I got 3 little boys. 3 grandboys. Yeah.
You got the boy, what the boys dropping off good.
When they come around, man, just watching them play, and you know, the good time today, they ain't really been around a lot, but just when they do come around,
You really can see your legacy.
I just sit back and look.
Yeah, like this is like, you know, when we had kids, that's the start of our legacy, but them having kids is our true legacy. Like, you know, like when you become a grand, like this is really like your kids are the results of what you created. Now you get to see them create. Like, that's a real legacy.
And all of them look just like my dad.
Straight up. Yeah, you looking like that nigga too, though. So I know your boys probably look exactly like you.
That's one thing about all of us, from my nieces, my nephews, my kids, my grandkids, everybody.
Even if with different mamas and everything.
Yeah, everybody. That's one thing about my gene. Our gene strong.
Strong.
And like I said, my dad had us, my mama just
that's
it.
Yeah.
That's it. Everybody looked like my dad. Everybody. All our kids.
That's like, hey, right now, my grandbaby, man, little girl, look just like me. Everybody that see her, people see her, they be like, tell my wife, oh my God, she look like your husband. But my baby girl look like me.
I got a little niece. My little niece is the oldest. She was the oldest, the start of me and my kids, my sister kids.
Okay.
And my little girl,
and her,
man, my little girl look just, it's a picture my mom got on her wall. Man, you could put my little girl, say that's my little girl.
It won't even know the difference.
It won't even know the difference.
Straight up. That shit wild.
We got strong, them Jones genes strong.
Hey, I'm like that too. I'm telling you, man, mine, and even with my grandbaby, she be looking like all her aunties. And then, you know, I got, you know, you talking about three different baby mamas, but all of them look like me. And she be looking like all of them.
See, that's the thing. I got 7 baby mamas.
7 of them. Yeah. Well, I got 5, including my son.
Okay. Yeah. And all, like I said, even after, like you said, after all them baby mamas, they still look like me. Everybody look just like me. They got certain little features.
Yeah. I got one daughter, the one who mama passed now. She look like her mama, but you see me all in her, and she just like me. Like her logic is just like mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She got a lot of you in her.
Yeah, I raised her.
Yeah.
So she's from 3 years old up. I raised her. And so if you talk about some logic and you talking about something, most likely she gonna give you an answer I'm gonna give you.
Okay.
She like that. Like, that's my junior. I be saying that's my junior for real.
Yeah.
She just, and all of them got traits, like, because, you know, being raised by a man, girls just be different. You know what I'm saying? And we had that conversation a lot about how, you know, they be like, Daddy, you messed us up, because they think so masculine and dominant, so they might get in a relationship and nigga be like, God, he can't break it.
You know, a man done raised.
Yeah, because you can tell, like, they like, hell no. Nah. And then I raised my kids, man. I was conscious of not cursing at them and shit. If I whooped them out, I was conscious of how I made them lay across the bed, whoop their butts. I ain't go ham because I had daughters.
Yeah.
So and I wasn't gonna spare the rod. I'm going, you get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
But I had to be conscious of how I was doing it because I had all these girls. So, you know, I ain't cuss. I ain't cuss at them. You know, I would make sure I didn't do that. So now they get grown. soon as a nigga talk sideways, first thing, man, my dad ain't talking to me like that.
So I got to listen to you saying that.
Yeah, you got me fucked up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a good thing.
For real. So those type of things I tried to instill in them. You know what I'm saying? But I know you started with mostly boys, so I know you had a different approach.
Them girls just came at the end.
At the end,
2017. That's when they came.
Yeah, that softened you up a little bit.
Yeah, man, it just.
Cause you can't even approach them the same.
Nah,
like,
Daddy, I need she called me other day, Saturday. I want something to eat. I'm like, I got food in the house.
Yeah.
My mom said, you know you gotta spoil, so she want crab legs.
She call you,
Yeah. So she gotta come out there and get her crab legs. She's sitting in the back seat. When her mama pull up, she's sitting in the back seat. I get her money, she give me a hug.
Yeah.
And that little girl, boy.
Hey, it's a real VIP
exactly.
She's like, hey, I did that. I don't want to eat this shit in the house.
Exactly. But look, she tell her mom all the time, just call my dad. I'm finna call my dad. If her mama tell her, no, I'm finna call my dad.
Yeah.
I'm finna call my dad. So, and partner of mine, they would tell me, man, them little girls gonna do something different. They gonna have your mind.
Yeah, they'll get you.
And I see it now.
Yeah,
I was like, no, I'm gonna stay firm. Cause I come with boys. I'm gonna stay firm.
Man, see, I was able to stay firm because I started with them. I was able to still, I expected the best out of them. You know what I'm saying? And then I was real conscious of my upbringing and the things that I didn't like what my parents did. So those are some of the things I X'd out. Like, nah, I ain't gonna do my kids like this or like that. You know what I'm saying? I was constantly making those adjustments. But I still stayed on my daughter's ass because I refused, based off what we had been through. I didn't want to be the one to fail. Like, like I didn't want to look and be like, well, if they mama wouldn't have passed, they would have. I was like, nah, you ain't gonna be able to say that. I'm gonna make sure I stand on this business, and make sure they be productive citizens and nothing else. Now, when they get grown, they make their own decisions. But that's why I was big on like teenage pregnancy. I was zero tolerance. I was like, shit. Before they even was having cycles, I'm like, hey, we ain't doing that here. You get pregnant around this motherfucker, you gonna end up going to the clinic, or you gonna have to find you somewhere else to go. But we ain't starting that in this household. Yeah. I laid that law down. Yeah, because that'd be a cycle. I'm sure you grew up, anybody you know that they let that happen, man, the whole household probably get to dropping the babies off and shit. So I always was conscious of that when I was raising them. I was like, nah, we ain't doing that. So I was proactive, bro. I was getting birth control implants when they were like 16, 17. Yeah. Proactive, just instead of you having to worry about you making that mistake. Nah, we're going to go
nip that in the bud right now.
And then they was able to appreciate that to where now, the whole thing lasted 3 years. They were getting the implant in their arm. They lasted 3 years. You say 16. By the time you 19, you appreciate that freedom. Yeah. To know you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you ain't college. You
still enjoying life.
Man, go on, get that now. You can make that decision. They go get that whole back in. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was doing. And so even with my baby girl who had the baby, hers was messing with her cycle real bad. Boom, she get it. She fall in love, live-in boyfriend. They had to take the implant out. Hence, I got a grandbaby now. But if she wouldn't have went through that process, shit, she probably wouldn't have had one right now. You know what I'm saying? But she still graduated from U of M with a bachelor's degree. You know what I'm saying? She did up done. It didn't stop her. Yeah. And she a hell of a mother. I actually knew she would be the first one to have a child. Just how she was. She just had a nurturing. She was the family babysitter. Like if the family come in the Memphis to visit, she'd be the one to watch the baby. Yeah. She loved the baby. So I knew in my heart that she would probably be the one, I always say the one to paw me. She paw me first, but it was slick by default. You know what I'm saying? Because she had to get the implant out there, you know what I'm saying? And then, like you say, fall in love, live in, boy, all this shit. So it ended up happening, but it's a blessing though, man. But I must say, she a hell of a mother, man. She actually called me. She been sick. She was sick with the flu. And her baby had to be over her baby daddy's house. Man, the girl, I was at the bar. I was at Big Bill's at the bar sitting and having me a drink and shit. Man, the girl called me boo-hooing. missing her baby.
She couldn't be around it. The baby couldn't be around her.
Baby couldn't be around her. Damn, I can't be up here missing her. It just been her, it been on me. I'm like, Layla, you gotta get well.
Exactly.
You can't be around it. You got the flu. So I talked her down and shit, but it was just that just shows how much motherhood means to her. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciated that moment just for her to be like that. Because, it's some bullshit madness too out there. You know what I'm saying?
We don't get started on
That's another episode.
Exactly.
That's another episode. Well, shit, bro, look, we gonna go. I know you just 42, man. Have anything happened in your 40s?
Well, like I said, it's normal life, man.
Just normal life?
running my businesses and trying to keep everything.
And you opened up shop in
2019. Actually, I opened up in September. COVID came in
March.
My
birthday in March 2020. They shut everything down.
Exactly.
I had a whole line up for my birthday.
Exactly. They came in March. So, hey, I stayed afloat and kept on. Kept on doing my thing. And when we opened back up, I'm opening back up. And hadn't missed a beat. Man, kept on going.
That's what's up.
Kept on going, man.
That's dope as hell. Well, shit, man, let's get into a little bit more, man. I just wanted that impact by decade just shares a lot, of an individual, man. I always like to go through that process because I know that they hit a lot of moments, a lot of points in your life and shit.
Iconic moments in your life.
Yeah.
It's probably some more that's gonna happen. I just
it just don't hit you.
Hit you right now.
It be like that though. But you definitely hit some main points, man. Being shot, going through the trial, man. Fatherhood, losing your father. You know what I'm saying? Losing your grand. Those are monumental moments, man. That really stick with a person. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, even to me, I don't think grieving ever stopped.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a process.
It's a process. And I think that's what, when we say that, when we make those terms, you'll live through me forever. That's what living through you is.
Yeah.
Always have them in your heart and always have them on your mind, man. I think that's how life is. But I know losing somebody that means so much to you, like your superhero, like your father. I know that those are the ones that I just can't even.
They gonna hit home.
Yeah, them motherfuckers like, you know what I'm saying? You walking with that through life forever. Every time you look in the mirror,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's your blood. That's your daddy. So I know every time I know that's something that's gonna stick with you forever. What I wanted to go into though, I wanted to know like what do you think that or not what do you think? Do you feel like you ever had a vice or vices that held you back in life? Like something that, if you had one, what was it? And if you didn't, you know what I'm saying, we'll move on. But have you ever felt like you had something had a hold on you that you couldn't shake?
To be honest, like, not really. Because one thing about me, I feel like I can control whatever, you know what I'm saying? I got the remote in my hand. I'm the one who can do the pause and the reset and the.
So anything you feel like anything you done, it was a choice, like you chose.
Exactly. Everything I've ever done, I chose to do.
Yeah, you chose. It wasn't. You didn't feel like it was no force on it. It was like, man, this is my choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mess around. Look, it's funny now. Caught a DUI. Going the wrong way on the expressway. And that kind of, it was like I said, an eye opener.
Yeah.
And that was in 2019. That was in 2019. No, that was in 2018.
Okay.
That was 2018.
And you said you was going the wrong way?
The wrong way on the expressway.
Boy, you was zooted. You was good in drunk.
Doggone tequila. That tequila. Tequila.
So did that? I got to ask you, did you get far? Like, soon as you jumped on
I
there?
don't think.
Where was it at?
We was in Bartlett. Had made it. I guess I had made it to Bartlett somewhat, or headed towards Bartlett. And I'm gonna tell you that the expressway right there on Howland, how you get on. You know, one way you can go that way, and the other way is for the other cars just coming out. I believe that's where I got on, man.
Oh, okay. You talking about down is that Sam Cooper?
No, it's Howland and Summer.
Oh, okay.
Right
Howland
there.
Summer.
Yeah,
I got you. So, you end up jumping on.
I think I got on, right? It was that I think I got on. I don't remember. All thing I know, I seen the blue lights. Man, like I said, you gotta sit back now and
trip off there.
Trip out for it, but I saw the blue light, man. I got out and walked and sat there. Well, I stood at the back of the truck till the police got there.
Cause you seen they had to come around.
They was coming. They was coming up the. I was in the emergency lane. You know, you heard it.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that in my head. I'm like, I fix the car in the morning. I ain't worried about that. And I see the blue lights coming, so I sat there. Actually, I sat there and I waited for him to get. And they asked me where was I headed. I told him, man, I'm lost. I just moved back to Memphis, but there was
that was one of the ones that made you think like, let me quit.
Calm down.
Yeah, not quit, but yeah. Like, yeah. Damn.
Like you said, life, Paul.
Life is life. Yeah. That's a crazy shit right there, man. I done had plenty of nights, man, where I done been. I drank, I be drinking, having a good time. And man, I'm talking about I done made it back home and really don't know how I made it.
How you got there, yo?
Like it just be a higher power guiding me or some shit.
That's how I know it's a higher power.
Yeah, cause it be like, damn, I remember one time I got so fucked up. It was at a Silver Spoon. I got so fucked up where I tried to break in my own truck. I got the Viper alarm on the hole with the kill switch. I'm at Silver Spoon, bro. I done got so fucked up. I walked my homegirl to the car. She drive me to my truck. When I get out of her car, I leave my keys on the floor.
In her truck?
In her car. Yeah, when she let me out in my truck. I'm so drunk. I go try to call in my phone, lock myself out of my phone. You put your code in. This and I had a code. Too many tries on the code. Yeah. Easily, I could have just said, I know a number. I could have easily, normal me would have been like, hey, bro, can I use the phone real quick? Hey, I left my key in your car, pull it back up. Drunk me, look right here in neighborhood Walmart, it was 24 hours there. Finna go buy a screwdriver. I go in there and buy a flathead screwdriver. Break in the truck.
Did you try it?
I couldn't start it. The Viper ain't gonna let it start.
Oh, yeah, kill switch.
Yeah, it's at a kill. I done broke in the joint, trying to end up walking home. And I don't live far. I told I live right around the corner from here. I walked from Silver Spoon, walked home. Man, woke up with no clothes on, took my clothes off in the garage. That's how drunk I am.
That was some good living.
Hey, Patron. I don't fuck with Patron to this day.
Tequila.
That motherfucking tequila. Man, woke up to, I don't know how many calls. People seeing my truck, panicking. They think it's something that happened to me. You know what I'm saying? People that saw my truck. Motherfuckers like, damn, they take one truck, woo. You know what I'm saying? And I'm passed out. I'm asleep till about 3 in the afternoon. Wake up to so many missed calls, text messages, you all right, woo, I see your truck up here, woo. Man, motherfucker don't know what done happened.
And the window broke out.
No, I ain't.
Oh, you broke the lock.
I broke the lock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bust up in the lock and got in that motherfucker. But just people seeing it just didn't look right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Man, walked to the crib, man, tripped out. Man, that was probably one of my drunkest nights. But I done had plenty of them nights where I done came, made it home. And get home might be throwing up in some more shit, but I made it to the crib before all the shit.
Wake up the next morning,
wake up like,
what happened?
God damn, like tripping. For real tripping.
What happened last night?
Don't even be known. I remember up to the last moment at the club, and the rest be blank.
Get on the phone, call somebody, and they like, man, what I do? Did I do anything
bad? Find out there's this wild shit going on like a motherfucker, man. But I ended up getting I wouldn't let them do no blood on me. I got caught driving and smoking one time. I had to do a year license suspended, all that.
Yeah, that's what they ended up doing me. I did a year license. Yeah, had to drive around and blow in the machine.
Oh yeah, do all this. They was on me for weed, but I wouldn't let them. They would take me to the med and drawing blood. I'm like, hell nah. So I got it for refusing the blood after the blood test or whatever, and so they automatically give you the DUI for a year.
They did me like that with the.
So you had to blow to start the car.
I had to blow in the car. You make it from here to up the street. You gotta blow again.
Yeah.
You gotta keep on. I had to do that for, like I said, a year. And the machine, man, they was killing the battery in the car. And
for real?
I couldn't wait. I did it for a year, and I couldn't wait to get out.
As soon as you get out there, shit is a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit be crazy. But yeah, so that little moment, I know that probably was like, yeah, nah, let me chill. So you just start being a little more mindful when you drink, when you get out.
Yeah,
I'm going to drink, but I ain't going to drink like that.
Something like that. I still have more episodes, but God got me, though. God got me.
That's what's up, man. So would you consider, you still feel like liquor considered a vice for you, or it's still a choice?
It's a choice.
It's just, I'm going to sip some.
Exactly, because if
when you had to not drink, you didn't. When you was on the DUI shit, you did.
Well,
I know, but I know what I'm saying. You had to do something. You had to maintain to do it.
But like I said, if it means me not to drink,
you'll do it if you need to. Yeah, I'm like that too. I'm like that. Like I smoke weed. I sip socially, but I'm like that with weed. Like I just randomly, man. I'm chilling for a month.
Well, I feel like, man, my bills paid, kids taken care of. This my pastime. This what I want to do to chill out.
Real shit.
If I want to poke me up something and find me a good movie on TV, I deserve it.
Yeah, and then you don't smoke.
Nah.
Yeah, that's another thing. You don't need smoke. A lot of people find their social needs and do what they want to do. Some of them smoke cigars. Some of them sip. Some of them smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? Man, find your leisure, man. Do what you do.
And like I said, I don't like you was asking about the vice. I don't really consider that as no.
It's still a choice.
Yeah, that's
because a vice is something you can't.
You gotta have.
Yeah, you can't shake it. It's a choice. You still making a conscious effort to say, hey, I want to drink. It ain't like, ooh, I need it. I need a drink. You know what I'm saying? You making this something you want to do. So no, that ain't no vice at all. I done had some wild answers, man. One broad said her vice was a nigga. A nigga had a hold on her.
Man, please.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
each his own. Each his own, for real. But I done had some motherfuckers been like, just talking about how shit just, and sometimes you have shit that you don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize it.
If we want to sit back and think.
You be like, damn, this shit had me like a motherfucker. Yeah. Relationships, I've been, shit like that happen. Well, you be like, then you realize once that shit over, like, what the fuck was I thinking?
My head gone. Mind blown.
Mind be gone with that shit, man. I want to get into something else, bro. I want you to finish the sentence for me, though, man.
Okay.
I think this is gonna be a good one coming from your perspective. And it's simple. It hurts me to see.
Hurts me to see.
And whatever it hurt, you know what I'm saying? You just finishing it. Like, it hurt me to see. Woo, 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 woo.
It hurts me to see. It hurts me to see somebody who ain't being, productive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it just ain't doing nothing with their life. Yeah. And they can be a man, woman, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, cause you get a lot. People be like, it hurt me to see these young niggas crashing out. It hurt me to see,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The young ladies not having respect for they say. It's just been I've been getting a lot of answers.
Go a whole
yeah, go a whole lot of way. But I just like to see just off a raw mind and what the first thing come to mind. You say just hurt you to see a mother just not doing nothing with themselves.
Exactly. It hurts me to see what I know. It hurts me to see no money in my pocket.
You goddamn right. Fuck you, man.
That's gonna hurt a lot.
Damn right. Damn right. So I wanted to get into some words, brother, like some words that I think they valuable and they mean a lot to me. So I always like to ask people what they mean to them and how they apply it to their life. You know what I'm saying? First one I'm gonna start with, man, is loyalty. Just tell me what that word means to you, how you define it, and how you apply it to your life.
Loyalty. Someone who, that you can talk to, that's gonna keep it real with you.
Yeah.
And practically you know that person and you know what they will and won't do, you know what I'm saying? And stand 100 with
you. Yeah.
And respect.
Yeah.
Go along with loyalty.
Yeah. See, that was my next one, but I always separate them because, and I'm gonna tell you my reason. People always put them together. But what I think with loyalty, you have to have a dynamic. You have to have a relationship, something to be loyal to.
Yeah.
But respect.
You gonna respect me.
You can walk in the room with that. Exactly. You ain't gotta know me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's why I always separate those because I think loyalty is more like how love is. Mm-hmm. You gotta have some type of dynamic to love and be loyal to. But respect, man, you can meet a stranger, you can respect come. You walk around with that.
Like I said, I demand mine.
Yeah, and it's like on autopilot for me. Like I'm gonna respect the motherfucker off the jump anyway. I don't gotta know you. I don't gotta have nothing to do with you. But I'm gonna automatically have respect for
the loyalty cool. If it's somebody that you're dealing with, like I said, relationship.
You gotta have something with them.
But their respect.
That's the man. You gotta, that shit gotta be on autopilot.
Like I said, if I don't know you or if I walk in the store,
hey,
I'm gonna respect you.
That automatic, for real. That's how I look at that. That's why I always separate it because you always see it together.
Nowadays, loyalty and respect is, like I said, a tattoo.
Man, for real. You better know. For real. A nigga put that on their body so quick and don't have no real meaning to it for them, for real.
Mm-hmm. Like my circle, and I can't say friends. I ain't gonna even say friends. My circle of brothers.
Yeah. We
got loyalty and respect. You know what I'm saying?
It's automatic.
I always keep it 100 whether you want to hear the truth or whatever. Yeah.
Because, see, a lot of people would take that loyalty thing too far. Like you, and we probably, I've done it in my life, you know what I'm saying? And you probably have too, where it's like, I'm riding with you no matter what. That ain't good. That ain't healthy. I don't want nobody ride me no matter what. Ride with me if I'm right. Mm-hmm. If I'm wrong, pull my coattail. Like, hey, nah, nigga, that ain't nah. Mm-hmm. I think that's more loyal than anything. Like, motherfucker talking about a real friend. Don't let me crash out.
My circle of friends like that. Like out of my circle, I'm the younger one.
Yeah.
And when I was younger, I was in lack of word. I was ignorant. And, and they used to pull me to the side. Hey man, what you doing?
What the fuck you doing? Yeah.
Bruh, stop, bruh. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that, man.
I think that's the most important when it comes to loyalty and friendship. Like, don't let me just because that old ride with me no matter what shit can get me killed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It, like you said, especially if I'm ignorant.
And that's what they used to tell me. They used to tell her all the time. I mean, my brother. I ain't gonna say friend. My brothers would tell me all the time. Man, you just don't know. You get yourself hurt, and then all of us, they know everybody. We together. It come back to us. Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah. Chill out.
Pull me to the side. Let you know. And now that I'm older, I think about that. Yeah.
You be realizing they were right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, we tapped on respect, man. I think another word I always like to get into is humble.
Humble?
Yeah. And I'm sure you probably been taught just like I have, probably from grandma, you know what I'm saying, about being humble. But I'm really talking about the true definition of humble, where, you basically dim your light for the comfort of others.
Exactly. That's basically what it is.
That's the true definition.
They said take a piece of humble pie.
Yeah.
You know, stand down and
yeah.
You know, every once in a while.
Every once in a while. But what I learned though, bro, what I learned in life, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. You don't have to humble yourself. Life will humble you. A higher power will humble you. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge will humble you. Just like you said you said you ignorant. Just off what you said. Man, as you go through life and you said you look back on it, you were like, damn, that's humbling.
That's
like
myself,
that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As you keep on living, you don't have to dim your life for nobody. Life gonna humble you and put you where you need to be. Now, my thing is you ain't gotta really be shitting on nobody to celebrate your wins. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you just because I'm celebrating me or celebrating my accomplishments, don't mean I'm trying to shit on you. Now, if you feel like that, that's on you.
It's something wrong. It's something wrong with them and they self.
Yeah, that's your problem. It ain't got nothing to do with me because I ain't doing it for that. I'm just celebrating my win. But when, you know, I had this conversation, and I've seen this same type of conversation online where they talk about what would you want to teach your kids, right?
Okay.
And they talked about like narcissist behavior, which narcissist, a lot of, you know, one meaning is to be all into you. And then humbling behavior, meaning dimming your light, you know, courtesy of others. And they asked the question, like, what would you want to teach your children? Man, I'd rather teach my kid to be into them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, you better, love the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that when it comes to humble for me, I'm like, nah, man. And if you do, don't do that shit too much. Man, shine.
I've been like, I get called arrogant a lot.
Yeah, you should.
I tell the person I ain't arrogant. It's just me. I know from whence I done came.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying.
That's the part I'm talking about right there. Like life, you'll go through trials and tribulations. Those are your humbling times.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Those are your heroes.
Exactly.
That's humbling times.
Exactly.
But you don't just talk about dimming yourself. No, I made it through that.
So I supposed to be able to celebrate.
Come on, man, celebrate to the fullest.
That's what I tell. Oh, man, you arrogant, you cocky.
Oh man, you just can't take it, man. I'm just a hard
just
pill to swallow, man. I'm a big ass pill, man.
Man,
I'll tell you, man.
You be out popping your shit and popping your collar.
And there's a motherfucker in the cut looking like
arrogant ass nigga.
Man, stop it.
Nah, I ain't arrogant. It's just I like to have fun, man. I done did this in life. Overcame that. Yeah. So now I'm celebrating.
Yeah. Then you like you said, you a successful business owner. Man, nigga, man, why stop it? Yeah. Man, you gotta pop that, man. So that's how I look at humble, man. I always run it by people, and most people gonna go to the grandma and them. Nah, you be humble. Grandma was saying that from a soft place. But if you really think about it, man, she ain't mean it like that.
My grandma used to tell me sometimes she be humble, but baby, if you shining, baby, shine bright.
Man, you better
shine.
Yeah.
Because she used to tell me what you don't know. It's somebody watching you and paying attention to you that you giving them motivation to keep on going.
Exactly. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I know me myself, and I've had these conversations with individuals where they like, bro, you don't even know how you inspired me just by how you were moving, just by how you were doing what you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. So when it's time to talk about be humble, I'm like, nah, man, this shit motivates somebody.
And I said, my son, man, they see how dad is moving. And hey, like one of my sons, Icy, he a rapper.
Yeah.
He rap, y'all go check him out on YouTube, Icy, ICEY. And he tell me all the time, man, Dad, man, I watch you. Yeah. I see how you move, man. I like it. I like that. You know what I'm saying? And that make me feel,
damn
feel
right.
good.
See how niggas respect you. See how, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that shit play a part, man. And that gives power to your kids, man, to see like, man, pop somebody. Just like how you saw yours. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You see man, you like,
he was respected a lot of places.
Yeah, that carry weight in your heart. That's like, man, yeah, that's my daddy. You know what I'm saying? And it trickles down. Now motherfuckers see you, they see him, they like, yeah. That G boy right there, you know what I'm saying?
Trickling down to
your boys. Yeah, because your name and reputation is what gonna uphold you as a man and uphold your family. Yeah. So motherfuckers see that like, oh, okay. Because me coming up, man, I got an uncle named Daryl, man. May he rest in peace, man. This is my daddy brother. Man, real talk, they need to do American Gangster on me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Real solid dude. And so, in his reputation preceding him, you know, he sold dope. He was a dope boy. You know what I'm saying? But the respect that he had and for who he was what, you know, what really preceded him. So, you know, me coming up, they didn't know my pop. My pop moved from Southern Illinois to Joliet. But Daryl was still around. I looked like him. Okay. You know what I'm saying? They said, you Daryl, her son? Nah, that's my uncle. But motherfuckers see me.
Now you got that respect.
And got that respect just from me knowing, oh, okay, I know who you is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That shit meant something. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's important for your kids to see. Even for my daughters, like, even though I'm a man, they witness, like, dude, we're respected. So they move a certain way when they out. And motherfuckers know I'm J1 dollar. They know they can say that in a certain place and they know they good.
It gets them.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For real. Yeah, that's my daddy. They say that shit out. Oh, boom, they gonna get love. It done happened plenty of times. So I think that's important. And that's why being humble,
I love to see black brothers shining, man. I love to see, man, if you out and you doing your thing and hey, yeah. Because the average of us, man, everybody, you know,
motherfucker been through the struggle.
Yeah, that's what it is. Trying to make it in life. Trying to make it in life. Real. That's what our everyday thing is, to get up in the morning and make it back safe.
Make it back safe, bro. That's what it's about. And have a good day doing it.
In between.
Between there. Have a good day doing it, man.
If I see another brother shining, hey,
man, shine on, bro. Yeah. I don't tell you, I love it. Exactly. I love it.
That's motivational.
Yeah, I love it. But I be like, that nigga doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? I really love to see it, man. So I don't really look at it like that as far as being humble, man. I say, man, pop your shit, man. Pop it hard as you can. And until you can't pop it no more. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to ask you this too, brother. Tell me something that you believed as a child that you found out as an adult that it wasn't true.
Believed as a child.
Once you got grown, you're like, dang, realized it wasn't real. Besides Santa Claus. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Real life shit.
To be honest, like I go back with my pop, man. He didn't sugarcoat nothing.
He ain't let you believe no bullshit.
He didn't sugarcoat nothing.
I like that. So you got the facts from the jump. Fuck exactly. All that.
He didn't sugarcoat.
Give nigga some fake shit, then he found out, damn, Pop, that was bullshit. Nah. He gotta get your ass to the raw right now.
I used to call and tell him, hey man, Dad, man, you know when you said this, that, and the other, man, it came out to play. Yeah. But then what though? I was already because you already put me up on it. So basically, like I said, a lot of
shit that you probably would have went through because he guided you, man.
Exactly.
I know he probably teach you how niggas move and all that type of shit. Like, hey, this gonna happen. Woo woo, boom, that shit happened.
Yep. Even how the females move.
Yeah,
how to deal with that.
Yeah.
So.
All that shit. That's real. So he didn't let you be blind to that shit. Mm-hmm. You already knew what was coming.
I was already had peeked the game a mile away. I'm looking, okay, here it comes.
Here it comes.
Let me somewhat get prepared.
Damn right. Real shit. How did your pops feel when you started dropping babies? Did he ever pull your coattail on that?
Yeah, but his famous saying was, you gonna let your dick make a slave girl. He said it, and I laughed at it. Oh man, Dad, I got this.
He said you gonna let your dick make a slave,
bro. 8 babies later.
That's funny as hell. Then he talking about he got 2 in the house. He right there chilling.
That was it. Me and my sister.
So he knew what he was talking about.
You tell me that all the time.
Damn right. That's funny as hell.
One day I called and told my son, he 14 now. I called and told him, I got him. He said, you ain't gonna learn yet, is you? You ain't gonna learn yet. But I will say this now, one thing I really wish he was here to meet my daughter.
Yeah, because you had all boys.
Yeah, I had all boys. Now he would have
melted. That's all they would have broke it down because they be cracking on me. They like, she be doing me bad. My grandma be doing me in.
If he had met them, I know for a fact, because like my nephews, he was that right there. He showed them everything.
Yeah.
From the how to be a man to the putting a washer in the sink.
Damn right.
He showed them how to do all that.
Damn right.
So
that's real shit, man. That's real. I love that because that's what I come from. Like I come from a family full of carpenters and mechanics and shit, bro. When I tell you I know how to do so much shit, I'm talking about painting. I put my hot water heater in.
Yeah, I do everything.
I know how to do some of everything. Work on cars a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Major work, I'll take it somewhere. But like I got a van, I'm radiator, all that type of shit. I'm doing that. Okay. Change the oil myself. But I come from a family full of these niggas, man. Mechanic, my stepfather, carpenter, mechanic. Everybody, my grandfather got these niggas on all of that. So, like I said, I know how to do some of it. They be talking about jack of all trades, master. I'm slick a master at something, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta have more than one skill.
More than one for real. Like I know how to do some of everything. Plumbing, it's toilets, redid my bathroom, all kind of shit, bro. Laying tile, floors, all this.
I'm a homeowner, so I can't call no landlord to come.
Yeah.
I need this done.
Yeah, for real. So, I'm like that.
Certain stuff I know how to do. If I don't, I got a partner, man. I hit him up, man. Yeah. Come do this for me or show me how to do this. So.
Real shit. I got that, man. I just dabbling and dipping this shit up throughout life, but I always had it around me. So, I was, changing alternators and shit probably when I was 17, 18, getting under my whip, doing that type of work. Mother might come show me, you gonna take this bolt here off. Once I do it a couple times, you know what I'm saying?
That's how one time and you get it.
For real. And coming from those men who worked in, cooked, all this shit, my mama raised in the house of my mama, man, I'm clean, cook, all this shit. That's why I was able to raise my daughter. I'm combing her, all that shit.
See, that's one thing I can cook.
Yeah.
Clean. Man, I know how my great grandmama and mama and showed me how to sew.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like those type of skills, man. And people don't be really appreciating them until you get to a certain level. You be like, shit, I got this shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. I can handle it. Whenever I told the people the complex that I need a bigger hot water heater, they were like, well, if you want one, you have to get it. Yeah. Because these office spaces technically, so shit, they ain't made for no salon. So I'm like, dang. They were like, you got to get somebody to do it. Man,
I got me.
Call them folks out here just to get the estimate. I charge my whole mind to about $800. Shit, watch me work. Man, I stalled for a minute. I say, fuck it. I end up went ahead and bought that motherfucker. Man, let's get it by myself.
Yeah. And look, all this day and time, all of what you don't know, YouTube.
Google YouTube. Yeah, you can watch it. But I'm like, man, I drained that old. And look, I put it in, then drain that motherfucker just so I can, so I can do what I had, when I filled it up and where I had put it at, I need to move it a little bit. So I end up coming back, draining that bitch. To move that the next day.
You had your arms
working like a motherfucker for real. My uncle was like, you could have called me. I call you for what, huh? This shit in there. You know, I got an uncle, my mom, bro, he live in the city, man. He a cold motherfucker on that. He the coldest. He probably the coldest one I know in our family right now. That nigga be in the house from the ground up, run the electricity. He with all that.
He do all that. Okay.
Yeah, he with all that shit. I can do all that shit. Some of that shit. I can't build no house, but I'm running electric for all that shit. I did all that shit. All that type of shit. I fuck with, bro, for real. But man, moving right along, man. We're gonna be wrapping up. What else I had? I had actually about to believe in what else I was gonna ask you, bro. I had one more question for you, man. I know that I wanted to ask you. Check it out. Influence. Who do you feel was your biggest influence in life? Overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have known.
And then, like I said, my brother, Rico.
Yeah.
Like I said, with the barber and stuff, standing around watching him.
Yeah. Because Rico was a barber.
Yeah, Rico before me. Yeah. Watching how he moved. And, man, look, G, I'm going to show you this, man. Look, when you do that fade, got this step, that step.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put him to the side. I'm like, you ain't got to do all that, man. Just knock that hat out. And, you know, he showed me a lot of tips. So, yeah.
Shout out to my boy Rico.
Shout out to Cole, James, Tango.
Yeah, that's some real shit, man. And that, you know, I don't know what happened to, you know, you don't get brothers like that to do that for one another these days that much. Man.
Yeah. Everybody
kind of selfish.
Everybody to themselves now.
Yeah.
I want to step into the, that's my next venture. Step into the real estate game.
Okay.
And, man, to be honest, I'm going to tell you something. My son that I'm talking about, he's 21. He's somewhat dipping and dabbing, messing around with it now.
Okay.
So with him learning what he learned, he like, Dad, I got you. Just give me a second.
I'm bringing it right over to
you. He's showing it to me. Then I got a couple of clients. They do it. Like I tell them, man, take me by my hand and
walk me through
walk me.
Oh yeah, I'm a sponge. I'm willing to learn. I don't know shit. Treat me like I don't know nothing. I do that too. Whenever I'm trying to get something, man, treat me like a student, man. I don't know shit. I need it all.
I got a couple of clients that's what they doing. So they be shooting stuff here and there.
Yeah.
And my son said, he said, Dad, I got you.
So
teach you, man.
When you do the real estate, you want to do the flipping or you want to like rent property?
I want to
every aspect.
Yeah, every part of it. Really, majority are gonna be the get some properties and rent them out.
Yeah.
And so if I see a flip here and there.
Yeah, flip. Yeah. I know exactly what you said. Yeah, that motherfucker makes some money.
Residual income.
Yeah, you just want some more bread to keep coming.
Bring it in. I want it.
Damn right. That's some dope shit in that. And that's a beautiful way to do it too. If your son take you and bring you in, that's dope, man. That's dope. I got a daughter do real estate. She live in Houston. She do real estate in Nashville, and she just got a license in Houston, but she ain't sold no properties out there.
That's what you want to get into it too? Or?
Well, I'm in it a little bit. You know, I own my own crib. I had a commercial property in Illinois, but I ain't doing nothing right now at the moment. But I dipped in it, and you know, being a vet, you know, I can use my VA loan and get me another property. I actually had moved on it about 3 years ago, but the market was so fucked up, I backed out.
Okay.
I was finna buy me another property, and what I was gonna do was buy another one on my with my VA loan and put somebody in my property that I have now. But man, every property I was going to, man, I got approved like $350. Every time I get ready to get something, I'm getting outbid. The game, you know, all these folks been buying up shit.
Yeah.
So I might come. They only want $340. I come in and say, all right, bet I give you $345. I got approved for $350.
They put $360.
Man, mother come, mother come out $375.
I learned that with me getting my house. Like I tell people, man, when I first purchased my house, it's a whole lot of secrets that is being kept away from us. Like a lot of times when you purchase a house, just say you want to go look on it and here and there, the house already be gone. Just say you look on there and see the house.
available.
Yeah, and you go out and ride down the street and look at it, and then you make that call. They have out by law in Tennessee. They have to you have to post the house on there. Even when it's gone, you still have to post on there.
Yeah, so you got to keep advertising it for so long.
It's got to be advertised, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they'll call, that house already gone.
Yeah,
oh, man.
I'm looking at that motherfucker.
You done went out there and
I went
looked around.
I did a couple open houses and shit, and turn around, man, made my bid. Motherfucker outbid me 25, 30,000. Like, god damn.
Them
and then, we come from a hustler background. I ain't been up paying more than what you asking me.
I go look somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking. But after a while, man, I bowed out, man. And my house comfortable for me, but I need me one bit bigger and better. You know what I'm saying? And then my kids grown and gone, so it accommodates us. But I'm like, man, I need on them high ceilings and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But they said them balls and said look up there.
Yeah, I'm on them high joints, man. I be looking, but I end up backing out, man, and stayed where I'm at, comfortable, man. It's been good. I remodeled my house in 2017. Did a lot of upgrades and shit on it, so the value up, everything up on that joint. I got a good solid crib too, so it's been working for me. But I definitely want to get, real estate is really the best investment game going.
To be honest, that's actually my retirement plan.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best
retirement plan.
That's the best one, man. But right now, and even back when I was looking at my houses, a lot of them, them corporate companies, the corporate investors trying to buy shit up.
Everything, yes.
Yeah, I had some neighbors, they bought their shit and jumped their motherfucking rent up about $600 a month, made the folks move.
Then they doing all that gentrification in all the certain areas.
So now, right now is the time to hold on to your shit for sure. If you can, you know what I'm saying? Some people got to sell, but if you got a property, man, I just believe in, generational wealth. So that's a part of me that don't want to sell my house. Just like, I just feel like it's necessary to leave that for my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I got that mortgage life where if something happened to me, my house
already paid off.
Yeah. So I'm like, I just can't see myself selling it and looking for a house. If I sell it, I will already have to have another one. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta start back over.
Yeah, I can't go from a home owner to homeless, basically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah. Yeah. Selling my shit, so I be like, nah, man. But I just really feel like leaving that behind is important to me. Even though they probably won't even stay in them. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like in my heart, like that's just what I'm supposed to do as a father. Like I gotta leave something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever they decide to do with it, sell it, split it, live in it, whatever they decide, I feel like it's cool. But I'm like, nah, I gotta leave it. For real. Well, shit, G, man, is there something, man, you wanted to share, man, that we didn't hit on? You know what I'm saying? I know you probably been thinking about this interview up to it, like. Is it something you
gotta make sure?
You be like, man, I know we, I gotta talk about this. Yeah. But so is it something we didn't hit, or did we hit on everything?
We hit on everything, like practically,
Yeah. Let's talk about moms just a little bit before we go, man. I want to talk about moms a little bit. We talked a lot about pops, a lot about grandma.
Miss Rubenstein, my grandmama or my mom?
Your mom.
Oh, okay, Miss Rubenstein.
Yeah, I just want to get to know her a little bit, man, because we hit on pops and, rest in peace. And I know that was an important, monumental time, but Mama's still here.
She's still here.
Yeah.
Just talked to her about 2 hours ago.
Before you came here?
Before I came up here.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about y'all relationship. You mama boy?
Yeah, always.
Always.
I'm still a mama boy.
For real?
I ain't that mama boy like Jody.
You ain't trying to block. You ain't all in the houses. You right away.
Exactly.
But you mama boy.
Still a mama boy, and my mom was in the military. She did 32 years.
Okay.
She retired.
What branch?
Army.
Okay. Shout out to mama, man. Army vet. That's me.
Yeah. She was 8A Mike.
8A Mike mechanic.
No, they truck driver.
Truck driver. Okay. Okay.
And she switched MOSs. I don't know what the last one was.
Yeah.
But she did, like I said, she
32?
retired. She retired 32 years.
She must have been what, about a E7, E8?
E8.
E8.
Yeah, she
did.
did, I forgot how many years she did active, and then she was reserved.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Did
Good
she ever
lady.
go to Germany?
No, she
Never
went
go
to
to Germany.
Korea.
Korea.
Seoul, South Korea.
Yeah.
She did a basic training in Fort Dix.
Yep.
Then she did AIT. That was in Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
Yep.
Then I stayed in Kansas.
Okay, you moved. You was a military
about 14 months. Yeah. Stayed on post. It was a different life.
Yeah, it's a whole other world.
I did that about 13, 14 months.
How old were you then?
I was in the 4th grade.
Okay, yeah.
That was in the 4th grade, so.
That was a good experience.
It was a good experience,
sure,
yeah.
Because it was a culture shock, because you get to leave the mound.
Exactly.
All your black friends, you get to see just a conglomerate of different people.
Really different races.
Yeah, a whole bunch of different.
Because I come from Orange Mound, man. Everybody was
black. Everybody black, yeah. You might have had one or two white people in the neighborhood, but they were acting black.
Yeah, they was black.
Yeah. They your neighbors, they act just as black as you do.
But yeah, she a good lady.
That's what's up, man.
She get on me like if I go a day without calling her.
She on your head.
She gonna get on me. That's the lady when you come make your order at the food truck.
That's who you dealing with.
That's the one. She gonna be right there to greet you.
Dig that. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
She a good lady, man. I love that lady. Like, man.
That's beautiful, man.
She gonna call me.
It's honorable that you got her with you still. You know what I'm saying? After losing your pops, that's honor that you
talk about grief. If she leave, I probably
I don't even want to think about it.
Man, look, that's my secretary. She tell me right now, son, you got this, you got that going. You handle that. You handle the muscle of it, and I'm gonna be behind the scenes. That's my personal secretary right there.
That's what's up, bro. I love that. I just wanted to make sure we tapped in on her, man. We ain't speak on her too much. You know what I'm saying? Rubenstein Jones. Yes, sir. Shout out to you. Where she at now? She in the mound still?
Yeah, in the mound still.
Okay. She holding the mound down.
Yep.
She an orange mound vet too. That's what's up.
She from out of Bethel Grove.
Bethel Grove?
Yeah, she was out of
That's
Bethel
what's
Grove.
South Hills?
No, that's you know AutoZone is on Lamar.
Okay.
Back there in that area, that's considered
Bethel Grove. Okay. I ain't familiar with all the neighborhoods in the city.
Yeah, right there. Airways on up.
Okay.
Almost somewhere like Third World up there. That's still like Bethel Grove.
Okay. Yeah, dig that. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. That's what's up. Well, shout out to her. I just wanted to give her flowers, man. We ain't speak on her that much.
Yeah, she
you know what I'm saying?
She be hard on me. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. You gotta do this. You do that.
That's dope though, because and then with that military background, I know she got. I know where I am. She like she checking all boxes.
Oh yeah, she was
making sure like
As a child, boy, like she's always tell her, y'all go in there and clean up or whatever. She said, man, we was in the military, they put them white gloves on.
Yeah, go check that shit.
She do that. She was like, I ought to get on y'all like that. I'm like, Mom, don't do that.
Yeah. Like, Mom, come on now, don't do it like that. But military, they come with them white gloves. Man, you gotta wipe everything down.
Boots gotta be shining.
Boots shining, bed covers so tight on the bed. They'll put
in the barracks.
In the barracks, man, they'll flip a coin. They want that able to bounce with their head. If it just go poop, it's a problem. You gotta have that one pulled tight. She tell us all the time, be hard on y'all like that, but like Mama, Mama. Sometimes mamas can't do it. Now we got it a little bit once we get that military, but mamas, the military used to be on some stupid shit half the time. But I understood it later what they was doing. It's like attention to detail and not just discipline, but to the extreme. Because this life or death when it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they was doing. But I learned it later, but I was kind of prepared for it when I left. And then I was in one of them predicaments where when I told you when I left the crib, I knew I don't give a damn what they come at me with. I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I thought about going in. I actually tried to go in, but once again, that felony.
Okay, see, mine, by me being 17 in Illinois, some states be different. I was able to get a waiver. That's how I was able to get in.
Okay.
Yeah, I ended up getting a waiver. They waived my felony, and I was able to get in. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it worked out for me. But some states don't have that. That option. You know what I'm saying? Because Illinois, they offer so much for this. Like if I would went back to Illinois, bro, I could have went to any college free. You know what I'm saying? As a vet, if you come back to Illinois and become an Illinois resident, you can go to about their biggest university. I can go and say, I want to go here and go. And they cover me. You know what I'm saying? So but all states don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Some states they don't offer that type of shit. But Illinois just was a good veteran state. But of course I didn't go back. I came
on to Memphis.
Came to Memphis, man.
Came on to Memphis.
Been a M-Town nigga it's
a good, hey, it's a good city.
Yeah, Memphis good. Memphis been good to me. You get horror stories, man, and all the hate stories, man. One thing I can say is I done got a lot of love in Memphis.
I have too.
You know what I'm saying? And I definitely, it's hate, of course, but not enough for me to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? Or to say, oh, I can't be in Memphis. No, I got a lot of love. I came into Memphis, man, with a grind that was unstoppable anyway. I did the music when I first came. I had a recording studio and I hit the ground running, but I learned later that by me not being from Memphis, that held me back. Memphis ain't like Atlanta.
I ain't gonna say that because, like I said, with my son, he doing it, and I ain't saying it because he's my son, but he got some good quality. He actually talking about something.
He from Memphis though, right?
Yeah, and like I said, it's the way some of this stuff I look at it's a popularity contest.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what it is. But see, with me, first of all, I came as an Illinois nigga. I was rapping like an Illinois. Okay. Miscellaneous, you know Miscellaneous? Yeah, I know Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous gave me the nickname the Illinois boy. Okay. Just from what we were doing the song one time, and he said something with a line that said with the Illinois boy, and I adopted that to my name, so I went from J1 to J1 Illinois boy, right? Memphis, I learned this, and this is Memphis culture. Memphis is one of them places where, like, okay, we take Dolph. Okay. Like, Dolph originally from Illinois, but he grew up in South Memphis. Yeah. So South Memphis was able to get behind him, and you know what I'm saying. Me, when I came, I didn't know this. This is something I was just. This is my first time coming to Memphis. I just stepped foot in this motherfucker and took off. But I learned, and I got plenty of love. I got music with Lil Chat. I got music. I was working, doing my thing. But to be out in the forefront, they were like, no, son. No, nigga, you ain't from Memphis.
Well, because it was your accent.
I think it was my accent and my music. Even though I'm rapping with Memphis guys, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you ever heard of Welcome to My City with Drummer Boy. I was on the title track of that joint with me, Ken Folk, Miscellaneous, Drummer Boy, Young Key. I'm on that. In the video and everything. I was in it.
I might go check that out.
You gotta check it out. Yeah. Hey, I was hard. I was hard, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was nice with that shit. But over time, as I grew in it and still had my network of people and had the connections, it was obvious, you know what, I didn't have I guess you could say like the popularity. I didn't have a neighborhood. I didn't have a school. Those are the things that you kind of needed during the district era to push it. Yeah, like if I would have been representing White Haven, I could have had that whole
the Haven behind.
You know how it be. You know how it is. It's like that for Memphis, for artists in Memphis. Anytime, if you represent that neighborhood and they know they can touch you, they know you, that's how you can get it. And that's the same with Dolph. Like I said, even though he started from Illinois, came to Memphis, he grew up in South Memphis. He was able to get that South Memphis push. Behind him, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Me, I didn't ever go to school here. I came here, hit the ground running, you know, so I hit the ground with J1 Productions, Bottom to the Top Entertainment Studio and all that. I recorded plenty of niggas. Man, I done worked with plenty of motherfuckers. And knew and was amongst all these folks. Mm-hmm. But it was like, as I went on, by Memphis not being like Atlanta. Like, I could have took my same hustle, real talk. And this is just how I feel. I would have took my same grind. I didn't know Atlanta was going to take off. But if I would have I went to Atlanta in 01 and did the exact same thing, I'll be in the mix. I'll be in the industry.
Atlanta welcome because that's
they
a music
open.
City.
Yeah,
like
they was open to no matter where you from. If you working and put it up, they was open to it. Memphis ain't never been that type of city.
Memphis is Memphis.
Yeah, you gotta be Memphis. Now that's why I say I was able to get the love. I can't say I ain't get no love. I got plenty of love, but it was that element that I was missing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about from all these niggas out amongst all of them in the mix with all of them, man, doing some good work, man. From Squeaky Again Big Beats, did a song with Chat, man. Chat took my song and ended up redoing my joint with somebody. All kind of shit that happened in this shit, bro, for real. I really was in the mix of that shit. But, like I said, later on, I realized I was missing the element of Memphis.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was too Illinois. And that was by default. I mean, that just was a natural way. That was how I rapped and shit. But when Miscellaneous gave me that nickname, that kind of pushed me further back. Because how you gonna be J1 Illinois, boy, and we put you in the forefront?
And welcome to my city.
Yeah, come on now. They fuck with me, but it was still like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But I'm on that joint. You gotta check me out, man. You too. Yeah. Welcome to my city, Memphis.
Okay, I got you.
Yep, on the first joint now, he did volume 1. He didn't push it like he did volume 2. Volume 2 had Dolph, Ball, and G and them on there.
I remember that one.
That was the second one. He pushed that one a lot harder.
Okay.
But the first one, the original, Welcome to My City, the title track, I'm on that joint.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Me and Miscellaneous, Larry Live hosting it. Me and Miscellaneous split at 16. Kinfolk Thugs, the Bag It Up and Dump It.
Yeah.
Them two, they split at 16. And Young Key and Drummer Boy split the first 16.
Okay.
I rocked that.
I remember the one with
when Ball came.
And all
that was the second one, and he kind of pushed that one a little harder. You know what I'm saying? Because he was in it then, he was in it a little deeper. But the first joint, man, your boy in the mix. Yeah.
It's music scene. That's one thing about Memphis. They known for
their
music scene. Yep.
And I think that and don't get me wrong, I still felt I had an impact. I left a stamp. We did our thing. And I just kind of gave it up after so long. I went for about 8 years. Mm-hmm. And it just, motherfuckers started recording themselves. Because I would get studio time on 35 an hour. I was getting that bread. That was at the crib. Had an add-on the back of my album, man. Heavy traffic. You know what I'm saying? Niggas come and do their whole mix.
Technology kicked in.
Yeah, technology niggas started recording themselves at the crib. That type of stuff started hurting me, breaking me on down. After a while, man, I went back to my old hustle, which was barbering. Went to barber school.
Hands ain't gonna never
hands ain't never going nowhere. So I had some more VA money. Man, went to barber school. Shit, been in the shop ever since 2010.
Rest is history.
Rest history.
You been in the shop since how long you been coming here?
Well, since I was about 14.
Oh, okay.
15. Like you said, my stepfather taught me some basics. I ran with that. I used to cut church members, and I always had it as just a secondhand skill. Like I talk about all the shit I know how to do. So, and I kept clippers in the military, in the barracks. I would get talking about, man, I need a haircut. I got you.
Yeah.
So I would do that, and then, like I say, once the music didn't take off, I took a trip to New York, tried to do this shit with BET one time. Once that shit didn't take off, the dust settled. I said, man, I got to get to something. And I like the freedom of being a barber. Mm-hmm. So I knew if I became a barber, I could still get down and do what I want. Yeah. So I went and got my license, man, and shit, 2010, jumped in the shop, been rocking it since. For real. Oh. For real. Just kept doing my thing. I come up with all kind of little hustles and shit. I just kept on doing my thing.
That's what life about.
Yeah, but kept it moving. For real.
What life about.
Well, shit, man. If it's nothing else, brother, uh, I just want to say, man, I wish you the best in all your future endeavors, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Same to you, bro. Same to
Yeah,
you.
like I'm talking about food truck, the real estate, man, the shop, of course. That's like a well-oiled machine. I know that motherfucker in full operation.
Got the best.
Yeah,
some of the best in the city. Now Memphis,
yeah, right.
we good with cutting and beauty shop. And
oh yeah,
hey, we got some of the best in the city.
No doubt,
some of the
no
best
doubt.
in the city.
And man, I just want you to, man, keep pushing, man, keep doing your thing, brother. And I salute you, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that,
man.
bro.
On everything you done overcame, everything you done endured, and to stand 10 toes and keep doing your thing, man. I salute you.
I appreciate that, my brother.
For real, man. Shit, and man, to the kids, all of them, man, I wish them the best. To the family, mom, sister, man, all them. Man, I wish the whole Jones family.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna find out, yeah.
we gonna dig a little deeper, man, to the whole Jones family, man. And to yourself, man, I appreciate you for coming, man. That concludes another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J1, J100, or Mr. So 100, because you know I do it the So 100 way. And shout out to my partner, man, my player partner, man, G. Jones, in this motherfucker, man. Till next time. Salute.